Hey guys, so I've been adding a lot of worksheets to Seesaw, and I got to use Seesaw for our summer online learning program, and I just fell in love with it. It's so easy for the teachers to make assignments out of worksheets, and I'm going to show you how to do that today. And it's also really interactive for students. There's a lot of different tools that they can use to answer the questions, and it makes it so that instead of struggling so much to figure out how to do the work or how to submit the assignment, they can just focus on the skill itself, which I think is so important in distance learning, to see that their answers reflect what they actually know about the topic and not just what they know about using the technology. And those are the things I really like about Seesaw. So I wanted to show you today how to do that. So I've got a lot of tabs open on my screen, like you can see. The two tabs I really want you to look at is the Seesaw tab that I've got open, and I've also opened my math curriculum on Pearson Realize. So, which apparently they've changed the name to Savis Realize or Savis or whatever it is. So I'm going to go to the lesson that I want to make a worksheet for, and I want to do 1-6. If you look, I've already done 1, 2, 3, 1, 5. So I wanted to do the entire topic 1 and start with that, and then kind of troubleshoot after, make sure it's what I want, and before I dive into topic 2. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to click this button called Create New Activity. Here I'm going to write the activity name, and I just want to keep it as simple as possible. So I'm going to write Practice 1-6. I'm going to say use the tools to answer the questions on the worksheet. This way they can use any of the tools on there. When you go to Seesaw, and I'll show you from the student point of view in a second, there's a lot of different ways that they can answer the questions. And it's so helpful because some students really struggle with fine motor skills. So being able to use their computer or iPad to draw. Some students are more comfortable typing, and some students just want to tell you their answer. They're more verbal learners. And Seesaw gives you all of those opportunities. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to click over to my other tab to find the worksheet that I want. So I'm on lesson 1-6. I'm going to go to the practice worksheet that I want. And then I'm just going to click the download button. You can do this with any worksheet. So any worksheet that you download into a PDF, then you can do that. Okay. So here it is right here, just my regular PDF. I'm going to click not add multimedia instructions, but I need the student template because they're going to need to respond directly on top of it. I'm going to click upload. And then the easiest part is I can just drag it because I just downloaded it. It's still going to be down here on my downloads bar. There's no searching for it. It's right there. Now, if there's something that you want to put on here, like an example, then you can write that on here. So one thing I've noticed that my third graders every year struggle with is reading directions, which I think is every kid in the world and most adults, to be honest. So I am going to highlight where it says round to the nearest 10, round to the nearest 100, because it never fails. I will get kids that see 295 and they're going to round to the nearest 100, and they're just going to round them all to the nearest 100 because it's easier for them. So I can use this tool to highlight it, and on every single one of their worksheets, it's going to be highlighted. I can also do the first one with them or for them. So I can tab my text tool, and 295 rounded to the nearest 10 is going to be 300. So then I can type that and resize it, drag it to right here so that they see the first one is done for them. I can do one of these other ones for them also that might be a little bit harder, like a number 10. Rounding 6,724 to the nearest 10 would be 6,720. So I can type 6,720. I have to click off this little keypad there, and then I'm just going to drag it where I want it. So this will just kind of show them the text tools that they can use. So they can click the T for text and do that for all of them if they want. They also have these really cool tools down here. They have an eraser tool to erase any mistakes. They have this tool. I don't really know what it does. It just kind of makes like these sparkly kind of colors that kids just like to draw with, like spray paint kind of, I guess. Has the highlighter tool, which I use to highlight 10 and 100, has a marker tool and a pencil tool. And so these two things they can use to write like 300 on the line instead if they wanted to, which I'm obviously not that good at doing it, so I wouldn't want to do that. But there are some kids that prefer to just do that, especially if they're on an iPad and have a stylus, than to try and use the text tool. And it just gives them different ways to interact with the assignment, which I love. Or like down here where it says which number rounds to 3,800 when you round it to the nearest hundred, they can use this tool or the marker to circle their answer, which is kind of nice. So I don't even think that was the right answer, but just so you get the idea. I really love Seesaw with worksheets for this reason, because there's so many different ways they can interact with it. A lot of kids are also very tactile learners. They need to write it down pencil and paper, and I know I'm that way. So they have the option of clicking the photo, a video, or they can upload it. So if they have a Chromebook with a camera on it, or if they're using an iPad or even a phone, then they can take a picture of the work that they did on paper and attach it here so that you can see the work that they did. Or they can click the record button, and this will give them up to 5 minutes of recording where they can also pause while they're talking so that they can read you their answers or ask a question or do something like that. So love, love, love this program. It's amazing. The district paid for it, and it is worth every single little tiny penny. Like, I would pay for it myself if I had to. And after this, I'm just going to click save. And it's right there in my library. So when I click my library, it's going to be right there with all of my other work. So whenever I'm ready to assign it, I can click assign. I'm going to choose my group to assign it to, and I can either assign it right away or I can schedule it out for a specific date and time, which is really nice if you're planning ahead for the week so that you're not on here every day adding assignments. I really hope this was helpful for you. If you have any questions or any comments or anything, feel free to contact me. My email is marissa.manring@sunnysideschools.org. Distance learning is crazy and it's unprecedented times and it's all brand new, but as long as we stick together and we share our knowledge and help each other out, I know that we as educators can get through anything. I will see you guys soon.